So, not crazy introduction, just going on what the title says as addressing this kind of hate and slandering down the Sonic Rumble free to play game that is just come out recently for global release. So I'm gonna hit up these points on the false information or outlandish information, and then hit up points that we can that are good about the game and that we can agree on. That's pretty much okay. That's a fair assessment. So let's hit up the negative points first. Number one, the pay to win skin on that's been going around through reviews and other sites such as Twitter and what so on and so forth. So the whole thing about people saying pay to win skins because they give you extra percentage on your score is what they say. To me, does not exist because the overall score can literally be beat out because of incidences in the game that you still have to play that other people are also playing and using whatever if you want to call skill or tactics to do to win the rounds. That a lot of points that in the gameplay in the background, I have won these games from first place to being part of top 3 and getting scores for my banner thing. So, and it's been more frequently. It's not just 1 out of every 10 games. This has been very frequent because learning to the levels, playing the games, collecting raids, there's so many incidences that happen and so many RNG of moments that you can't control that even with pay to win skins, I haven't seen some of them pass the second round. So take that into account. Okay? It's still a game you have to play. It's not like the Usumeme, I think it's what it's called, the horse racing game, where people will put their money in to pay to get the gachas to pull the girls, unlike other gacha games that can have a bit of more of an advantage. Okay? You actually have to play this game. So, then now we go into second point. Okay? And it is the fact of the pricing of the skins. The pricing of the skins, it is a point, but the point I want to try to make that people say, I'm not going to waste my time paying for these things, thusly it's a bad game because there's too much of this. No one is forcing you to pay for these things, and I'm pretty sure everyone has heard this before, but because it is true. No one's forcing you to get these battle passes. No one's forcing you to sit there and do that. Just like anywhere in a gacha game where because these gacha games you really want to pull this character and you can't grind up enough to get it, you see how many people spend their money and act like it's a different scenario. Not really, no. It's not a different scenario. It's just you making the decision to put your money where you want. Thusly, because if you don't want to put your money, there's been a lot of times because of these events where they've given us skins for free that you get to level up. Like in the gameplay, I'm using the, as I like to say, Keanu Reeves Shadow / Sonic 3 movie Shadow. We also got the Sonic movie skin. Also, we were able to get a couple other things like Rouge's rare skin that we're able to get. So you can get the still good skins. These are still cool looking skins. But if you want to prompt that you want a legendary skin, well, that's your personal thing. And if you want to spend the money, you got to spend it. Again, is $45 a lot? Yes. But let's be real. A lot of people have spent more money on different things for skins. I've seen people paying a total of straight up $50 skin in Overwatch. Yes, I'm looking at you, Mercy Mains. No, I'm just kidding. But literally, a lot of people have spent that much money on one skin in Overwatch. Okay? So again, we agree that it is pricey. But you don't have to spend it. There are plenty of other cool skins that you can get out there. Okay. Second, another point to these skins that they have missions where you can grind red rings. Eventually, the grinding of red rings will pick up, and then if you get up to let's say 300, 400, then you won't have to spend a total of $45. You only have to get up to how 300 more or however you need to do, and it won't be as much. Or some people, they'll probably end up grinding all the way to this many red rings, 700, I think it is, and then you can get it. The problem is that so many times people want to say that they want every single skin. And I get it. Yes, every time we want every skin and say, "Oh my god, I'm such a big Sonic fan. I got all the freaking skins. I love this game." I get it. But sometimes these people, companies, need to make money to survive. What, do you think that 100,000 people are playing this game? No. Nobody's going to do that. It's never going to have the numbers of other games like that. So they have to do something. And again, they're still giving us all these free things. So there's that. Another bad point on the slander thing is the ring cap. Okay? Everybody, ring cap is no different than when you're playing a free-to-play game and they'll have a cap on something. Again, when I say free-to-play, we're not talking about like Marvel Rivals or Overwatch, things that are literally were paid for once, and then things it's still a game that you do rounds over and over and over again. So I think there's a bit different when it comes to that. But when we go to free to play of gacha games, there's a cap always on something. Like for I'm pretty sure I've never played Genshin. The ones I played is Zenless and another one that I've been playing, which is called Chaos Zero Nightmare. There's always a cap on something where you can't level up the characters or anything, but you can still go through the story and do other things in the game. Same thing with this. You can still press the play button to play the games. You won't get rings, but you can get your banner up, which when you're getting your banner level up, you still are getting rewards. So you can still grind up for something in the game. There's no issue with that. Like, it's you guys can't have everything the minute it says free to play. Because let's be real, when something's free to play, obviously they're going to do microtransactions that are going to be very extensive because they got to keep the game running. Because, once again, tens of thousands of people are not playing this game. I think at most that I saw on Steam was 2,000. And that's only on Steam. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more people on phone. But it's not like a lot of people. Because half the time when it says 1 million downloads, do we really think 1 million people are going to be playing the game at the same time? No. Okay, in the end, it's always gonna drop the light. So they got to keep doing to keep the servers up. So let's be so real about that. Okay. So I think that's pretty much of all the small things. Because again, the game's only been out for the global release for a few days. Some of the points that I want to see that I can pretty much agree with everybody, and it's a pretty fair statement, and it's a pretty common agreement. One, like I said, the pricing of the skins. Yes, is a skin being $45 to $50 freaking nuts? Yes, I thoroughly agree. Now, here's what kills me. When you look at the store, you will literally see store package deals, right? Where for some reason the package deals where it'll come like with a character and 2 emotes or a couple of emotes and some of the charges for something, right? You'll see that that's cheaper. And I'm like, wait a minute, why? So, because wouldn't you think that when you look at a package deal like in Overwatch, when they have the package Steam skin deals like the Persona one, that shit costs like a lot of money, right? So why does it turn around for this game that the single skins are $45 and the packages are only like 15 to 20? Doesn't make sense to me. I can agree with it that that's absolutely ridiculous. But again, I don't have to force myself to buy it. It's just whatever. Because when you grind up enough rings, which let's be fair, they give you a lot of rings when you're able to finally do it when it goes up. There's a lot of rings that you collect. Plus the missions that you do also give you rings. That they have the ring store that is always cycling things that you can get. And I can appreciate that for that they did that. Really happy to see that. So no matter what, you can always get things in this game. Just always remember that. There's always things you can collect. Okay? Second point. That I think it's a unanimous agreement. This is not the player's fault. Anybody who's able to have the game for the past year, because I know in the UK areas, I believe, it was open for people to get. Other people basically can make an account and they could have it, right? So those people who did the attempt to do that and other people in those areas, it is not their fault. What I think is annoying from the company that they allowed during global release that the same people who've had their accounts for a year to basically play in with us. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I think that people should be able to start over. If you're going to do a global release and make that addressed during the time that they had infinitely pushed this back for a year, tell people once this global release, your accounts, you'll have to make a new account for the global release. I only say that because I think that's a fair thing to everyone because it feels like everyone gets to start new. And if you want to put the time into the game knowing this information was given to you, then no. But it wasn't. So that's why I say I don't blame the players who had the game already for a year. It's not their fault. They had it, they were able to do it. It's not their fault. That's the company. So that's the whole thing that I can agree with that. I think that's pretty much. I think it's only those 2 points to be real of that because anything else I don't have a problem with the game. The game has been fun. I love doing this. Again, a free to play Sonic game that's not in Roblox, an actual licensed thing. And nothing wrong with the Roblox game. I just don't like Roblox after the whole, incidences in it. I don't appreciate that thing. But the finally having a game like this where I can play on Steam with a controller is fun for me because I do love Sonic. And I feel like they're gonna do more things as long as people can continue to support it. And I think y'all should just be able to look at subside these information that was given out of people giving these terrible reviews, as people call it, review bombing, and try for yourself and see if you don't like it because the gameplay is boring. That's fair, or you feel like that those points are validated. Again, that's fine. I just personally think that again, free to play games are always the new rage thing. People on Marvel Rivals, even though it's a game where you keep playing and you grind up from the things that they have. Let's be real, they have a ton of the sub passes that they give you that it's like $8 each time. No different from the Sonic Rumble because each pass is $8. And that you don't have to buy, but a lot of the free stuff they'll give you within it, same thing here. So people grind up and get these things, and then people have spent money on these skins because they love it, because these are the characters they grew up with, or they personally love looking at the skins. No different. People will always spend money when it's something that they love, no matter what or who it is, and as much as they want to complain about it. Okay? Like even me, even though some of these skins are absurdly overpriced like that, I will eventually get one once I've grinded up enough red rings through the missions to make it cheaper. But I'm never going to, I don't think I'll ever straight up buy a $45 skin. Never. Unless it's something I really, really like and I can at that moment. But to do it for every single one, hey man, we all know we gamers ain't that rich. Let's be real now. So these are the points I want to make. If there's anything I missed that y'all want to address in the comments, let me know, and then I'd like to make further videos. Again, I'm not trying to belittle the people that made the reviews or anything like that. I'm just trying to say that I think that this is my way of looking at it, and I like to hear other people's opinions, and I want to really have this game supported because of the fact that I really enjoy it, and I like to see more people play and get people to have fun with and do all those things. We all love Sonic in the end. For people who love Sonic, play these games, and we want to share that. So that's my thing about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments below.